Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. What are we at? 8? Episode 8 already of the Good Morning Sunshine Show. It is me, your boy, Mr. Sunshine, Sawyer Landry.
Good morning, Mr. Sunshine. Sunflowers and daisies by my side. Ain't no summer showers in my mind. Good morning, I'm Mr. Sunshine.
Just go ahead and give me a little... You guys are too sweet, whatever. Oh, mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you guys. Thank you. It's good to be back. Filming, recording, making videos and everything. My last video was my main channel video here on the show, which was test maxing with Nathan Sage, baby. And I want to say thanks. We got a pretty good response out of that. It's one of our higher, more played, most viewed videos here on the channel and on the show. So thank you guys for the support. I know it was a little deviation of what you're used to here on the show, but I just want to say that I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys for showing the love and support that you always do. Yeah, as you can see, I'm wearing my Texas jersey today. Who would have thought that Texas would have walked into the Rose Bowl and beat Oklahoma, dude? So the reason I didn't post a episode last week, I was in Vegas with my dad. My dad took me on an early Christmas gift trip to Vegas, and so we went down there, baby, and you know what we did? We lost a shit ton of money. I think I was negative 200, 300, something like that. And get this, so I got two stories. One of them, they're both pretty good. One of them just kind of fucking pisses me off a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and start with that one. So I like to play poker and stuff like that when I go to the casino, but I also like to sports bet because I'm a big sports guy. I play fantasy leagues, stuff like that, So I'm, betting on player props, betting on the games and everything. I bet on the Jacksonville Jags to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and they did. And that's great. And that's awesome. So I get my ticket. I think I paid $10 and I won 60. So I was like, hey, fuck yeah. Luck's starting to turn around here a little bit. Let's go ahead and get another. But yeah, I was like, yo, big money coming through, baby. Watch out. I go in to cash it, and they were like, oh, sorry, we're closed. Which, what do you mean? The game just ended, bro. It is 9 o'clock. There's another game, too, that you could have bet on. So what do you mean that you're closed? That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, okay, when do you guys open tomorrow? And she goes, oh, we'll open up at 10 a.m. Guess what time my flight was that day? Yeah. It was at 10 a.m. So I have a $60 whatever ticket just sitting around waiting to be cashed out. You know what? If somebody wants to buy it from me and you're in Las Vegas, fuck it. Pay for the shipping. Pay me $50 and I'll send it to you. And you can cash out the 60 and keep it, whatever. Because I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. What do you mean it's closed? All these other places are open. All the casinos are open 24/7. I get that wouldn't be open 24/7, but holy shit, the game just ended. And I was like, oh, time to go check in. And they were like, no money. No money for you, Sawyer. Overall, though, it was a good trip and everything, just getting to... I said this to Lexi the other day. I was like, even with the money I lost, just getting to, spend time with my dad was cool. It's just living far away from them, you get so much time and so many opportunities to hang out with them that it's I don't care where we do it as long as we do it. So the other story I had, this is pretty cool. It makes me feel really happy. It makes me feel really good about, the stuff we got going on here. I know we don't get viral views or anything like that, but things have been pretty good, pretty steady, and I'm very grateful for that. So when I was in Vegas, picture this, guys, I am hammered. I am absolutely turned, because the best thing about Vegas, if you're gambling at the casino, the drinks are completely free. I don't know if is that the right one? The drinks are completely free. So gas, bro. So yeah, I'm hammered. It's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm losing money and I'm like, fuck it, dude, I gotta take a piss, bro. Like, shit's running through me. You know, I go to the urinal, I do my business, I'm washing my hands and everything. And I can feel somebody, you know that feeling you get when like, you know, somebody is like looking at you? I could feel somebody like looking at me. And I turn around and there's this like middle-aged guy, he's probably in his 40s or so. And he goes, hey man, is this you? And shows me the channel? Like, hold up, where is it? First of all, correct! That is me. Second of all, what do you mean, bro? And I was like, oh shit, yeah, like, like what the fuck? Yeah, that's me. And he was like, dude, like, and he just, you know, I'm super weird when people compliment me. Like, I never know how to like respond or like take it or anything like that because like, I don't want to come off as cocky or like full of myself and stuff like that. So I was just like, he's like telling me, dude, I love the show. I love this. I love that. And I was like, dog, like, yo, that's sick as fuck. Thank you. Like, I really appreciate it. And sorry, bro, I didn't get your name, but yeah, leave me a comment if you wind up if by some miracle you're still watching the show. Yeah, dude, leave me a comment. I would love to like say what's up and thank you, like, personally on the channel and everything. But no, that's just super cool. First fucking fan interaction, first subscriber interaction. Like, dude, like, hell yeah, like, thank you. Like, I didn't expect anybody over like, you know, the age of like 12 or like, you know, little tiny babies to listen to this shit because like it's stupid. But just to know that there is like, just to see the face of like somebody who actively like watches it, like, dude, that's dope. Like, that's so cool. And so yeah, once again, love and appreciate you guys. Thank you to the guy in the restroom for like, you know, I'm not famous or anything, but like, thanks for like being respectful about it and not being like, yo, what the fuck, dude, like, what's up, like, that's you, bro, like, you know what I mean. Like, I really appreciate it. Yeah, all around, Vegas took $200 to $300 from me, but I got to see my dad and I got to meet a fan, so like, yin yang, pretty solid trip all the way around. Yeah, let me think. I think that's really it for, you know, my life updates and stuff. Other than that, stacking money, trying to you know, save up for a house and everything and all that jazz. You know, why don't we got a topic that I think is like personally pretty funny. And I think it kind of rolls with the season of like football and stuff like that. So I think it'll be like cool to look at. And it also, I think, is going to be a cool discussion of like, is this okay? Is this not okay? Like, you know, kind of the in-betweens of stuff there. But real quick, I think it's time, chicken jockey, for a movie review, baby. Let's do it. Come on. Can we get a better one? Let's go. It's a movie review time. So, the movie I have for you today. I actually watched this, me and Lexi watched this about a week ago. A week ago. Fuck with us and then we tweak it out. Yeah, I remember that song from like 2015. The club was going crazy back then when I was 11 or no, I would have been like 13, 15, 14. 13 to 15, yeah. Clubs were going crazy. I was at our spring formal dance going, about a week ago. Frick with us and then we tweak it, girl. Crazy stuff. The Kids Bop version kind of slaps, not gonna lie. But the movie I have for y'all today is The Conjuring Last Rites. You know, it wasn't bad by any means. The Conjuring franchise has always been pretty steady and pretty strong in terms of like the scary horror movie genre. I hate to say it, I think that the jump scare era of movies, of like horror movies, is over. Like, it's dead, and I think we just need to leave it dead because it's like, I don't know, maybe it's me just being older and I'm like, yeah, that shit doesn't really scare me anymore. It's like low key, like super predictable and stuff. But the movie was good. You know, I think it put a bow on everything and wrapped it up nice and neat. It's just kind of funny. So like the Warrens, you know, the power couple who have done this for years and stuff, they have a kid and it winds up that their daughter, the kid, is like cursed, and like there's this demon that's been following her through this like haunted mirror and stuff like that. And so at the end, it's kind of like they all come together to beat the demon, and it's like the power of family and proper communication can defeat any demon. You know, it's just kind of like, that's how those movies are. And that's how like most like cinematic like horror movies like that are, like the big franchise ones. They're very like, in a sense, melodramatic a little bit. Like they can kind of have that theatrical, like over the top feel to them. But in terms of scares, this was actually pretty good. You know, it was a little bit more gory originally than I originally thought, which the one scene that I would say is probably the best out of it is when the older preacher goes into the church to get help. Not going to say too much about it. Go see it for yourself. It's pretty dope. It's pretty fucked up. It's pretty fucked up. It was honestly good. You know, the two main actors that have been doing it forever killed it like always. You know, I think they did a good job of like showing age and stuff like that, like throughout the years and everything. You know, the past movies I feel like have all kind of happened in succession, like they all happened in the I don't know vocabulary words. Okay, I'm not in school. I'm not a fucking nerd, but you know, they all kind of happen in that order, like one right after the other, like boom, boom, boom is what I meant to say, but I cannot form a coherent sentence. This one, I thought they did a good job of like playing the age a little bit, not just with his like heart condition and stuff, which is one thing that I was like, like I get it's like movies and stuff like that, but like he has like a heart condition and the doctor tells him, if you have one more heart attack, game over. You're definitely dying. And then, spoiler alert, the demon like attacks him or whatever, and he like starts having a heart attack. And then within like, I want to say like 30 seconds, like after he like grabs one of his little pills off the ground, he like takes it and goes. It's like when you're playing Super Mario and he eats one of the like growing mushrooms and he goes. That's exactly what happened. And then the family went and kicked that demon's ass, bro. Like, it was crazy. Yeah, you know, a couple things like that. And they're like, okay, like, whatever. But in terms of, like, a good horror movie, like a good jump scare, not really, like, joking around a whole lot, which is what I really appreciate about horror movies. A horror movie that doesn't, like, joke around. I would say, let's give it a 3.5 out of 5. We'll give it a 3.5 because it is The Conjuring. And because it is the last movie, it's the last of the franchise. And it was honestly pretty enjoyable. Ethan, give them that seal of approval, baby. You guys are going places. That Sawyer seal of approval will get you into nowhere. But hold on to it, because maybe one day it might get you into somewhere. You know, like an Arby's or something like that. Yeah. Anyways, let's, why don't we go ahead and mix it up here. Let's move into our next topic. So, in the spirit of the football season, I know a lot of people don't watch football. A lot of people who, like, probably watch my content don't watch football, and that is fine. I totally get that this might not be for you. But I want to have a kind of jokingly, haha, like, but also like kind of like deeper, like look discussion into our topic today. Recently on Instagram, I've been getting a lot of videos of like youth, like peewee football. And it's not like, you know, flag football or anything like that. It is like full on pads, helmet, tackle football, which from me, as somebody who doesn't really want to have kids, I look at that and I'm like, I'm not spending all that fucking money to buy my 10-year-old cleats that he's gonna outgrow in a year. I'm not gonna buy him like all of this expensive stuff that he's gonna outgrow, dude. Like, that feels like such a waste of money. Why not wait until he's like, I would say freshman year in high school or you know, middle school to like give him a chance to like try out and everything. Then it's fine. Like then that's okay. But I'm not buying my kid like $200 worth of like cleats or like visors or mouthpieces, gloves. Like, there's so much that goes into it, dude. Yeah, recently on Instagram, I've been seeing a lot of clips of these, like of youth football teams like this. And here's like the main point that I want to make. I would say that is too young to be hitting people full force like that. And I get it. I get that they are kids. And yeah, they don't hit that hard. But you're going to see in some of these videos, these kids are getting laid out These kids are getting their heads taken off, dude. I also think it's a coaching thing too. You'll see in this video that I'm about to show you. Like it's a coaching thing too, of where, yes, like most football coaches, you know, you're dealing with kids, unless you're like at the NFL level where you're dealing with like fully grown adults, or even in college, you know, you deal with like younger adults. But like in high school and stuff, like, yeah, you're still dealing with kids, bro. Like these kids aren't fully like developed yet, like they're still growing and stuff. So to be dealing with kids at that age, I feel like you gotta be on eggshells. Like you gotta tread water carefully, bro, because you could fuck up that kid physically and mentally for the rest of his life. Let's go ahead and take a look at this video. Okay, so for those of you just listening, the caption says, "We hold our brothers accountable when they act up in school. Welcome to Crash Out University."
Get up! Get up! Get up! Did you get up? Mike, hit his ass on the ground. Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! He on the ground, hit his ass. He want to take so long to get up. Get up! Move back, Kaylon. Come on, Cam Nix, since he ain't want to get up.
Is that not fucked up? Is that not fucked up? This poor kid, bro. Like, and it's the funny thing is it says football discipline. I don't see this as discipline. Like, you're actively like hitting this kid while he's not. This is a kid. This is a literal kid, bro. Like I'm not okay with this if I'm his parents. And so like, what would you have to do for this to be like acceptable? Let's watch it all again and then let's check the comments. Just laid him out on that first one, bro. Let's go back. God.
Get up! Get up! Did you get up? Mike, hit his ass on the ground. Get up! Get up!
See, like,
He want to take so long to get up. Get up! Move back, Kaylon. Come on, Cam Nix, since he ain't want to get up.
that's awful, dude. Like, that's a kid. That's a literal kid that you're doing this to. Let's check the comments. Yeah, please stop letting anybody coach your kids. Not one of them hit with helmet on helmet. Y'all be crying too. That doesn't matter if they're hitting him helmet to helmet, bro. Like, that's awful. Like that. And so many of the comments are like, he said, don't ever stab the teacher. No way. Did he? Did he actually say that?
Get up! Did you get up? Mike, hit his ass on the ground. Get up! Get up! Get up!
I can't tell if he said don't ever stab the teacher, but if he stabbed the teacher, don't you think he would be in more trouble? I don't think he would be on the football field. It's just fucking weird. This in general is just fucking weird. So that's the video that like really made me want to start like talking about it, and then it just gets worse. Like seeing these kids like attitudes that it's a learned trait. Like these kids are being taught like how to act and stuff like this. And like these people are like supposed to be mentors to them. And like, especially in that video, it's like, dude, you're actively failing him. You know, like you're failing that kid because that's terrible. What you're doing is terrible. There are some funny ones. Ethan, we might need to put music over this one.
Sunshine, sunflowers and daisies by my side. Ain't no summer showers in my mind. Good morning, I miss the sunshine.
It's never that serious, bro. Like, let's look at the comment. Not gonna lie, someone does that to my kid, and your parents catching a sweet chin of me. Put him in boxing now. God, dude. Like, yeah, why are you fighting on the football field? Once again, it's a kid. Like, I just don't feel like a kid would, like, do that unless he's, like, actively seeing that somewhere or, like, you know, being around that. And I'm not trying to, like, push blame on parents or anything. Like, I get, like, you want your kid to be involved. You want your kid to be popular, stuff like that. But, like, let's look at more of these. Let's just keep going. Let's keep rocking, keep rolling. Yeah, let's check this one out. Throws it. Oh, is this the celebration one? Yeah, watch this. Once again, that's a learned thing. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, really? It's like that, like, Well, look, I don't got a problem if like a teenager does that or if a like a grown adult does that, but dude, that's a kid, bro. And see, you want to discipline them, you want to get the like hit them and stuff, like that one kid was getting hit in the last video for stuff like that, for like whatever he did, but for stuff like that, like it's like, oh yeah, that's cool, dude. That's sad. Most of these are like 10-year-old like leagues, so like, you know, like AAU, there's like divisions, so this is like 10-year-old divisions. Like that's weird, bro. Like that's so like. That's a little gross. Like, not a little. That's fucking gross. Like, that's fucking gross. If you're letting your kid or your coach is letting your kid do that, that's fucking weird. Sorry. Like, that's fucking weird. Yeah, let's check out this one.
Watch. React. Come up.
Ooh, see? See? It's not just because they're kids. Like, just because they're kids doesn't mean they don't hit hard. That kid got laid out. And he just lays there.
Watch. React. Come up.
Ugh. Oh, dude. Like, see, this comment says, call me a worrier, but dang, I don't know if I could have my child play tackle football at a young age. I've been worried about concussions or head trauma. That look crazy. Yeah. See, that's my whole thing, dude. Like, so like CTE and like brain damage is already a huge thing within like adults in football and stuff like that. So imagine getting hit like this over and over and over, or just, you know, banging heads in there like you do during football at that age, all the way up until when you stop playing. Dude, one hit like that could be catastrophic for a 10-year-old, dude. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm soft. You know, maybe I didn't learn anything from Nathan Sage in test maxing thing. Maybe I'm still just a little beta ass soy boy bitch, but like, that's not okay, right? Like, any of the stuff we watched so far hasn't been okay. The hitting that kid while he's down, the little kid dry humping the air after a touchdown, and then this kid just getting laid out. You know, my personal opinion, I think at this age, they should, if you want them to be in football or like in sports in general, they should be learning like the fundamentals of it and like how to play the game. That's why flag football is created. So they get in the mindset of like, oh, this is how this works and everything. Or like, these are the bare basics of it. Because also, I don't know if I just trust fucking, you know, Billy who works at the feed yard and then Steve who works at the grocery store to come out and teach my kid how to fully tackle somebody. Steve's over here with a cigarette in his hand, and then Bill's over here drinking a fucking 40 on the field. Leave it to the people who actually coach, you know, or there's such a fine line. I just feel like these kids are too young to be doing stuff like this, you know. Let's check. We watched that one. We watched that one. We watched this one. Let's check it and see. Oh, this one's just funny. This kid just... Bro, just running around like fucking Mike Wazowski, bro. Like, let's see the comments. Okay, it's just fucking lame ass bot react fucking laughing emojis like that, you know. But that's just so funny. Him just fucking, oh my god, like that's funny. But also, like, you could have some dick ass kid on the team that just lays him out, you know, because he doesn't know where he's going. I will admit, you know, as much as I've been bitching about it and everything, it is funny to like see little kids doing stuff like this because they just look so goofy in the pads and stuff. Like they look like little tiny like bobblehead creatures, bro, or like little like gremlins going out on the field just going, or like when they like throw the ball and they have to like, and like throw their whole body with it, bro. Oh, that shit is so funny. That's so funny. So I get it. I get the appeal, but still. Let's watch this one. So this one is from Friday Night Tykes. Apparently it's a TV show. I may start watching it actually. I've been watching Last Chance U again because it's football season, baby. But yeah, this is what this one's from. So let's watch this. Oh, see, he drops that kid. And the kid lays there. and the kid's just laying there crying, bro. Like, and you can call, oh, that kid's weak or shit. You're talking about a kid, dude. You're talking about a fucking kid. If that's your reaction, if you see something like that and you're like, oh, that kid's soft, that kid's weak, like he needs to take more of those hits to toughen him up. You're a piece of shit, dude. That's fucked up. Like, this is a kid, you know, and he's honestly just out there trying to have fun. Because at that age, that's all you should really care about is having fun. Because guess what? Those wins, those losses, they don't fucking matter. And I would argue even the high school shit doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, dude. Unless you are a 5-star recruit, unless you're getting recruited at all, it doesn't matter. Like, especially at this age, dude.
Oh, yeah, I want my kid out.
He should be thrown out of the game. Thank you.
If that's how they're playing, I want her out. Yeah.
Want her out? That's even worse if it's a girl, dude.
Congratulations on a dirty hit.
Okay, I think the rest of this is just...
That's a block that doesn't need to be thrown.
See, the parents are just as bad, bro. Why are you getting... It's... Parents at Little League shit like this just piss me off. The ones that get so into it. You know, the ones that are just so into it and are so hard on their kids and like get so pissed off at like bad calls and stuff. Like, I don't think it's being passionate about your kid. I think it's you being a fucking ass. You're being fucking embarrassing. And if that's my parent, I'm being like, Mom, shut the fuck up. I don't know. I've just never been like I'm competitive. Like, don't get me wrong. I played tennis in high school and yeah, I was a dick, bro. I was trying to, you know, piss the person I was playing off, you know, get in their head so that they would play bad so that I would win. Psychological shit. But like, shit like this, like it's just like, stop living vicariously through your kids, bro. Just because, like, you know, in some cases, it's like, okay, does the kid actually want to play, or are you forcing them to play and they can't say no because you're their kid or they're your kid, you know? It's just... It all starts with like parenting, and then the parenting and the coaching, and then we see the effects on the kid. You know, it just makes me upset. Let's see if there's any.
Somebody's got to get her out. Look, you're fine. That's bullcrap. Behind the play and everything. Relax. We're fine. Relax.
I didn't go on the field. I did not go on the field. Field is right there.
Is that a little girl?
I did not go on the field.
Somebody's got to get her
Is it a little girl?
You're fine. That's bullcrap. Behind the play and everything. Relax. We're fine. Relax.
I didn't go on the field.
I can't tell.
I did not go on the field. Field is right there. I did not go on the field.
Somebody get rid of her. Please.
Okay, is there anything more important in this?
Whether it's high school, elementary, they're always cheating in the play.
Always cheating. That is a big ass AirPod she's got in. Holy shit. Is that an AirPod? I don't want to make fun of it if it's like a hearing aid, but damn. That shit looks like, you know, how motivational speakers have like the sharp ass, like super like big microphones. That's what it looks like she has. Let's watch the hair. God, just drop that poor kid, bro. Oh, that shit's so fucked up. Like, it's so, I don't know. And then the parents that get into it too, I just get, it just makes me like, ooh, like that just makes me a little bit uncomfortable. But this just proves like, yeah, don't let anybody just coach your kids, especially watch these two videos and then we'll 2 or 3. Yeah. The last 3 I have are like prime examples of like, hey, just leave the coaching to like the actual coaches. Don't just trust like random volunteers. And I know that that's like how things get done. Like I know, for instance, like in Canadian, our community center has like basketball and stuff like that, and so they have people that like volunteer to do it. But basketball and football are 2 totally different things. And I think we can all agree on that. One is high contact. One is more of, I would say basketball is more of like a finesse kind of skill-based game, you know, whereas football, like ground and pound type of shit. I just think that kids shouldn't be playing at this age. And if they are, I think it should be flag football, honestly, still. But let's look at these 3. And you're going to see what I mean by like, yeah, don't just trust these randos to teach your kid how to tackle and hit somebody else and play football. Because like, here's what happens. First of all, he's just stomping this kid. Just stomping him, swinging on him. Now the coaches get involved. Saying what is the 9U, so yeah, 9-year-olds, dude. See, that's the thing. Why are you teaching kids to like I know you're probably not teaching kids to fight, but like it's still setting an example. Like there's ways to coach them to not, because a lot of, college and NFL teams, I mean, they fight and stuff, but like there's restraint, and like, especially with kids, it's like, come on, like y'all, why are y'all fighting? And so I think that's a little bit on the coaches too, because it's like, what are you doing or what are you teaching these kids that they're going out there and fighting? Like that kid is stomping him and punching him. So it had to be learned somewhere, whether that's at home, whether that's on the field, like while you're coaching. Somebody's teaching that kid that, bro, and that's fucked up. Like that's sad. Yeah, let's watch this next one. So they're running around and stuff. And then they charge. See, and it's instigated by the coaches, dude. Like, take it back. Like, see, the coaches and everybody are like walking up like, yeah, we're gonna mess you up. Like, hey, you're a fucking loser, dude. How about that? You're a loser. You're going up to be like, yeah, we're gonna beat you. It reminds me of the Bat Dad in South Park, where he's like, oh yeah, you're going down, South Park. Bro, you're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser, dude. Like, if you're doing stuff like that, you're bowing up to 10-year-olds and being like, yeah, our team, bro. Like, that's weird, dog. Like, that's, I know that this may be a touchy subject because people, like, have people that, like, play in this stuff or have kids that participate, or, you're a coach or something like that. I'm not trying to shit on the kids. And if you are a good coach, then great for you. But, like, you may be one of the few, because let's just look. See, and the coaches aren't doing anything to stop it. They're just letting it happen. These kids are pushing and fighting and pushing and fighting. Like it was that time, I think we can agree, it was instigated by the coaches, the people who are supposed to be teaching your kids, like, responsibility and humility and, like, sportsmanship and all of this stuff. Clearly they're failing because, like... But, people who, like, I would say most people who do this or are involved in this or, like, have their kids involved in this, they're probably the same way. They're just like that lady in that other video that was like, yeah, fuck your kid, like, I'll beat their ass, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's like, it's all mixed in. And it's for kids, dude. For the kids. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, let them do kid things. Like, they're still young and everything. And, it's just like, I don't know. Like, I feel like you're, like, making them grow up too fast when you do that, because you're like, well, we got to get them ready. We got to get them to do this and do this and do that. Like, I think Pee Wee football could be good. It's just like, I feel like as a 9 to 10-year-old, you're not super aware of your surroundings at all anyways. You just kind of, like, run and, like, play and do whatever. So then you put that into a situation where they're tackling people and supposed to be hitting people. You tell them to hit somebody as hard as they can. That's, I don't know, dude. That seems so wrong to me in so many ways. Let's watch this last one real quick, and then we'll see what we got going on. So this little kid, see what I'm talking about, running like Mike Wazowski? Running for a touchdown. Go. Go, little man, go. Go, little man, go. And see, there it is. And who's encouraging it? Grown adults encouraging that. That's disgusting, dude. Like, that right there. All of them joining in. That's weird. That's gross. That's disgusting. Let's see if the comments agree with me, because I guarantee you that they don't. Why y'all hating between the coaches and the parents that allow that? Those kids don't even have a chance. Okay, what? The coaches should be banned from youth sports. I agree. That's gross, dude. You're supposed to be teaching these kids like important life lessons, especially at this age. They're so impressionable. Here's a good one. Ridiculous. Sexualizing a young child and celebrating it in public with adults cheering them on. Mind-blowing and sickening. Point blank, motherfucking period, bro. That's disgusting. Like, it's just, aside from, you know, the hits that they're taking and the fights and stuff that we looked at today, it's just weird, especially the like sexualization of that, of like those celebrations. Like, that's weird. And you know what? Maybe that's not every single youth sports league, but shit, it was at least 2 that we looked at today. And I think that's too many, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I am a beta soy boy ass bitch, and I'll never be a glorious test maxer or anything. Yeah, I just think it's weird. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I'm wrong, or if, you know, something I said was like in bad taste or something. I'm not trying to really offend anyone like ever with anything that I like do on here. I just want to have a real discussion about it, because that seems so weird to me. Like, if I had a kid, in no way are you playing football, like tackle football, until you're middle school or high school. Because it's just like, that's the ramifications of it, along with, hey, those guys aren't real coaches. Sorry, you guys aren't real coaches. You're just volunteers, which, thank you for like volunteering, but you're not real coaches. And I would want a real coach to teach my kid how to play tackle football and to hit somebody as hard as I can. You know, I don't know. All right, let's see. How much time do we? Oh boy, it's heat check time, baby. Ooh, gotta fan myself off. It's heat check time. It's hot in here. Before we get into the heat check segment, in style, in fashion of the heat check segment, I also wanted to go ahead and check in and show you guys and say thank you to our first sponsor. So let's hear a word from them today. This episode of the Good Morning Sunshine Show is brought to you by Rip Tags. Look, I know exactly what you guys are thinking, okay? Yeah, vintage shirts are cool and all, but it's hard to find great quality items at a great price. Lucky for you, the sponsor of today's video takes care of all of that. Rip Tags is owned and operated by my buddy Michael Geeker, who, when I was in college, I can remember going over to his dorm room on campus and buying the sickest shit of all time, like just the coolest stuff I have ever bought. I can say, thankfully, that I don't have to buy it from his dorm room anymore, because he has opened up his own shop. His shop is located at 2323 4th Ave in Canyon, Texas. Now, remember, I'm a psychic. I know exactly what you guys are thinking, dude. We're on the same wavelength. Oh, Sawyer, I don't live anywhere near Canyon. Am I going to have to move? No! Rip Tags offers shipping to anywhere in the US for just $5 extra on your order. For those of you who do live in Canyon, we have an exclusive in-store offer through the show today for 10% off your first in-store order at Rip Tags. All you gotta do is 3 simple things. 1, sub to the channel. 2, follow Rip Tags on Instagram. And 3, take this flyer, screenshot it, and show it to Michael when you get to his store. It's that easy, and that is 10% off your in-store order, baby. It is so easy. Now remember, this order is for your first purchase only, and it only runs through November 1st. So run, don't walk to Rip Tags today. And thank you to Rip Tags, and thank you, Big Mike, for sponsoring the show. Back to me. Yeah, so, you know, super cool shit and everything. And in spirit of our sponsorship today with Rip Tags, I thought, you know, it's only appropriate to go ahead and show off some of the stuff I've gotten from Michael over the years. And yeah, so maybe you guys will check them out. I don't know. But let's go ahead and head to the heat check segment in 3, 2, 1. And here he is, the ugliest model of all time, Mr. Sunshine. Sawyer is ripping one of his favorite shirts of all time, accompanied by one of the best bands of all time. Needless to say, you won't want the price of this shirt to be higher. It's the Creed Vintage Band Tour tee from the Human Clay Tour. This shirt retails online for $200, but I got it for a steal from Rip Tags for only $60. How's that for a bargain, y'all? Unfortunately, we don't have any more models, so here he is again serving absolutely no face, but rocking the 2019 Astroworld Wish You Were Here tour merch shirt. This shirt is as badass and vintage looking as it gets. Retailing online for $35. Again, another insane steal from Big Mike at Rip Tags because I only got it for $20. So what do we think, huh? Pretty dope stuff. You know, yeah, I've got a ton of shirts and shit from Michael. I have never been disappointed with the price because for the quality of stuff he has, the price has always been like super reasonable, even for me, who I am a broke boy now because Vegas fucked me. They fucked me, bro. Yeah, that is all that I have for you today. Let me know what you think. Let me know stuff you want to see next and everything. I'm gonna keep pushing these out, you know, just keep doing my thing. I'm gonna try and put them on a weekly basis, you know, now that I'm back from vacation and shit like that. So, yeah, dude, let me know what you guys think. Obviously, like, comment, and subscribe, bro. Yeah, I'm always overzealous and overzealous. That's a that's big brain shit, bro. Big brain. I'm just so elated. That's another little vocab for you. I'm just so happy. There we go with everything. We just keep getting bigger. We keep growing and everything. And you know, I am super happy with everything that we have going on here. Thank you guys, and the sun will rise again next time.
Good morning, Mr. Sunshine. Sunflowers and daisies by my side. Ain't no summer showers in my mind. Good morning, I'm Mr. Sunshine.